Hey, I'm the Highway Walker, and today we're going to watch my husband come up with a new contraption. He says, well, if you don't got a blender, what could you possibly do? And that is a hillbilly blender that he made up out of one of his electric tools in the garage. And I don't want to say any more. I don't want to spoil it, but it was kind of a cute idea and I want to share it with y'all.
Now, one of the things that we have is we're going to do some blending, but some things just need shaken, stirred. And some things, like this one project, if you go ahead to put it together to make this butter, like churning butter, whatever, it takes a lot of shaking, 20 minutes of shaking. Well, I don't want to shake for 20 minutes. That's kind of rough. So I thought, how can I get something that'll shake and yet, so I rigged this up. Now what we have here is a palm sander. Normally you put the sandpaper on top, turn it over, and you sand. But what I did is put the jar on top that I'm going to be using to shake my material and see if it worked. I used 4 zip ties total. 2 zip ties, one to go from where you hook in the stuff for the sandpaper, and it goes over the top, and I made an X, and then to keep them from coming apart, I used 2 smaller zip ties. So, total of 4 zip ties, 1 small, 2 a little bit larger. And there I have it. Now let's turn it on and see if it blows up. Now let's see. And as you can see, we are getting a lot of agitation. It is running. It is a lot better. Shake, shake, shake. Look at that go.
So if you don't have a blender or a processor and you don't want to do a jar,
right, and if you
make your
can
own.
do a jar, you'd say you don't have electricity and shake, 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 shake. This does all your shaking and it's homemade.
But this requires electricity and the jar doesn't have any
Right, and this will save you a lot on your muscles too, because this baby does some shaking without, like a blender. We're going to be using a blender now, and because that's one of the ways to do it. See how that turns out. But this is another way of shaking.
That's a hillbilly rig.
That's a hillbilly rig. Use what you got.
Hillbilly blender.
Yep, or that's a yes. This will blend it. You sit there, look at that baby go.
So here's my hillbilly husband helping me make some dinner rolls, because this particular blade that helps with dough does not fit into my other blender. And I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? Well, this is what he did. He said, I can fix that. And he goes out and he brings it in his screwdriver to help me do the dough. So we'll see how that turns out. That's pretty cool. He just thought of that and it's working. Well, my faucet broke over the holiday, and so this is how a hillbilly does it. It's called a hillbilly rig when it snaps off when you're trying to clean and move. So, just another one of those tricks of the trade. Thought I'd share it with y'all.